Hello family, I welcome you back to my channel. Today we want to talk about mistakes new wives make. If you're a new wife, this video is for you. If you're a single lady aspiring to be married, this video is for you. If you are a wife, I think that you are going to benefit from this video. So let's get right into it. First mistake I want to talk about is unrealistic expectations. Yes, when you're about to get married, you are so excited and it is very natural to dream about the perfect marriage that you want to have. But my dear, when your expectations are too much, you're going to be disappointed. Marriage has to do with both of us growing together. And as we are growing, our imperfections are going to come up, our mistakes are going to come up, our weaknesses are going to come up. And so when they come up, we come together, accept each other, learn how to be with each other and complement each other. But when you go into the marriage with an expectation that your husband is perfect, my dear, as much as you are a human being and you are not perfect, that man is not going to be perfect. That man is a man. He is not an angel, and so he's going to make mistakes. But normally, wives to go like, "Hey, auntie, I was expecting him to do this. I was expecting him to do that. I didn't know that is how marriage is. I didn't." Yes, especially things that we watch in the movies, in this Nollywood and Hollywood movies, that sometimes they make marriage to seem perfect. They make love to seem perfect, as if there is no flaws, there is no weakness, my dear. I know. We all went. I remember before I got married, I was number one. The way I will visualize how I want my marriage to be. Yes, I am an advocate of visualizing how we want our marriage to be. But as much as you are visualizing it, I will visualize when my husband comes back from work, how I'm going to hug him, how I'm going to serve his food, how I had all those dreams. But I dreamt of how I was going to be a good wife to him. I didn't really have high expectation. I put it at the back of my mind that I am marrying a man, and so we've dated for about a year. So whatever comes up, I should be able to stand, communicate about it. Our imperfections complement each other, and then we grow together. So, my dear, do not have unrealistic expectations. Blessed are those who do not expect, for they will never be disappointed. Yes, please. I think that is a number one mistake that most wives make. The second mistake I want to talk about is neglecting self-care. It's easy to get wrapped up in all these wifely duties, especially when there are kids. But I want to tell you that you have to make time for yourself. Sometimes just have an alone time, because this being a wife, being a career woman, being a mother sometimes can be exhausted. So sometimes you need to, if you are tired, my dear, rest. Take care of yourself. Don't say that, now we are married and so what else? Let that man come home to meet the beautiful woman he married. When you were dating, when your boyfriend tells you he's coming to visit you, look at how you are able to put yourself together. When you are going to visit him, look at how well you put yourself together. Why have you stopped now? Why? Don't do that. I know that the duties are many. I know that you have a lot to do, you have a lot on your hands. But sweetheart, come on, just at least 30 minutes, 1 hour for yourself. It's not as much as you want to look good for him. It also makes you feel good about yourself. It increases your self-esteem, and you are able to show yourself some self-love. So please do not neglect to take care of yourself because you are married. This is the time you need to look good for that one. You need to look good for yourself. Okay. So come on, please don't neglect self-care. Make time to take care of yourself. And then the next thing I want to talk about is overlooking communication. Most new wives assume. So let me tell you a story. This friend of mine said that her husband traveled, and then her husband traveled for about a couple of months. So when her husband was coming, she intentionally went to buy new nightwear, which was two pieces, like a short and a top. And then when the husband came, she took her bath, she dressed, she used some body splash and all those things, and then she put on the shorts and then she slept, thinking that this man will make the move to be intimate with her. This man never did. And she was just lying there. What is wrong with this man? Why is this man not making the move? Why is this man? So throughout the night, she was just contemplating, assuming, thinking, instead of her to just make the move or ask the husband, she never did. So the following morning, then she was like, why is it that last night you didn't make an attempt to be intimate with me. And the man said, oh, since we got married, I haven't ever seen you wear shorts to bed. So when you wore that, I thought you were in that time of the month. That is why I didn't make any move to come to you. And she was also like, I thought you didn't want it. That is why you didn't come. So I always tell my friends that why do you have to thought when you can think and say? Don't assume, communicate. If they had communicated, if both of them had communicated, I think that it is going to be, they were going to get whatever, but they were missing each other. But communication prevented them from being intimate with each other. So if you're a new wife, if you're a wife, if you get married, if you're a single lady, please don't overlook communication. Communication is everything. Whatever you want to talk about, whatever doubts you have, whatever, be bold. Talk about it. Find ways and means for you, both of you to come together to talk about how best your marriage, how best you can make the marriage work between the two of you. The next mistake is comparing your marriages. If you're a new wife, please do not ever compare your marriage to any other marriage, especially to your parents' marriage. Some of us, our parents had a very good marriage. They made us see that marriage is sweet, marriage is perfect. They never fought or argued or had misunderstanding in our presence. And so we also thought that that is how we want our marriage to be. Some of us, our fathers were always there for us. Yes, that is how it is supposed to be. But your husband is not your father. Your marriage is not your mother's marriage. And so what worked in your parents' house might not work in your own house. And so please do not compare your marriage. Just come together, understand each other, know how best you can work on the marriage as your marriage. See your marriage to be, this is my marriage and I want to work on it. Please do not compare your marriage to that of your family, to that of your parents, to your friends, to other marriages that you've seen. The next thing is that most new wives forget to show appreciation because we think that it is his duty. He's supposed to do that. There's one thing that I have done right from the start of my marriage, and I still do it. And I know my husband really, like, he appreciates me for that. Is when it's me appreciating him for giving me housekeeping money every month. When this man gives me the money, the way I will thank him, the way I'll bless him, the way I will kneel beside my bed and pray for him and tell him, God, and please, God bless you for me. And so at the end of the month, like, but some you crown or pentem to give it to me because he knows that he's going to get some blessings from me. Yes, it is his responsibility, but show appreciation. Don't ever forget to show appreciation. Whatever little thing he does for you, especially when he's able to help you with house chores, he's able to help you with the kids, he's able to drive you to the market, whatever it is, my dear, please show appreciation. And then most new wives try to change their partners. And I want to change him. This is how he is. He likes going out with his friends. He likes sleeping early. So I want to change him. My dear, don't. You cannot change anybody. So do your best. Talk to him. Because if you try to change him and he's not changing, he's going to, you yourself, you are going to be frustrated. And normally when it happens like that, we get frustrated. We don't know what to do. We feel like they are not listening to us. So please and please again, as much as possible, don't even try. No, you can't change him. And then most new wives kind of neglect intimacy because we are already married. What else? Why do I have to rush for it? My dear, you have no idea how intimacy can bring the two of you together. You see, when even there is a fight and then you are able to have sex, it makes you forget about the fight. There is this story that someone told me. She said that this lady had a fight with her husband, and then she said, me, I won't marry again. I'm going to my brother's house. I'm going to my father's house and all those days. Then she packed all her things and then she stood in the mirror and she asked herself, if I go to my father's house, my father has a house, so I'll get somewhere to sleep. My brothers are all working, they love me, and so they will provide for me. Who is going to sex me? And then she stood there and she said, no, if I go, I'll not get anyone to sex me, so I'm not going. So what I'm saying is that you need to be intimate with your husband, okay? You really need to be intimate, Charlie. It brings both of you together. It makes the marriage beautiful. So this video is just to educate you, new wives, as to how they can make the best of their marriages. But these are mistakes you don't want to make. I really hope that this video has helped you. If there's any other mistake I didn't talk about, kindly put in the comment section for me. Thank you so much for watching this video to the end. I'll definitely see you in the next video.